What a Wonderful World is a song written by Bob Thiele and George David Weiss. It was first recorded by Louis Armstrong and released as a single in 1967. Thiele and Weiss were both prominent in the music world. Armstrong's recording was inducted in the Grammy Hall of Fame in 1999. The publishing for this song is controlled by Memory Lane Music Group, Carlin Music Corporation, and Bug Music, Incorporated. History: intended as an antidote for the increasingly racially and politically charged climate of everyday life in the United States, the song also has a hopeful, optimistic tone with regard to the future, with reference to babies being born into the world and having much to look forward to. The song was initially offered to Tony Bennett, who turned it down. Thereafter, it was offered to Louis Armstrong. George Weiss recounts in the book Off the Record, Songwriters on Songwriting by Graham Nash that he wrote the song specifically for Louis Armstrong. George was inspired by Louis' unregistered trademark's ability to bring people of different colors together. The song was not initially a hit in the United States, where it sold fewer than 1,000 copies because the ABC Records head Larry Newton did not like the song and therefore did not promote it, but was a major success in the United Kingdom, reaching number 1 on the UK singles chart. In the US, the song hit number 116 on the Billboard Bubbling Under chart. It was also the biggest-selling single of 1968 in the UK, where it was among the last pop singles issued by HMV Records before becoming an exclusive classical music label. The song made Louis Armstrong the oldest male to top the UK singles chart, at 66 years and 10 months old. Armstrong's record was broken in 2009 when a cover version of Islands in the Stream recorded for Comic Relief which included the 68-year-old Tom Jones reached number 1 in that chart. Tony Bennett did go on to cover What a Wonderful World several times, as in 2003 with K.D. Lang, paying homage to Bennett's friend Armstrong. ABC Records' European distributor EMI forced ABC to issue a What a Wonderful World album in 1968, which did not chart in the US due to ABC's non-promotion of it, but did chart in the UK, where it was issued by Stateside Records with catalogue number SSL 10247 and peaked on the British chart at number 37. The song gradually became something of a standard and reached a new level of popularity. In 1978, Armstrong's 1967 recording was featured in the closing scenes of the first series of BBC Radio's cult hit, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and was repeated for BBC's 1981 TV series of the same. In 1988, Armstrong's recording was featured in the film Good Morning, Vietnam, in which a DJ played it on the radio in 1965, 2 years before it was recorded, and was re-released as a single, hitting number 32 on the US Billboard Hot 100 chart in February 1988. The single charted at number 1 for the fortnight ending June 27, 1988 on the Australian chart. The song was also used in the first 5 episodes of the ABC sitcom Family Matters, before being replaced by an original theme song, As Days Go By, sung by Jesse Frederick. In 2001, rappers Ghostface Killah, Raekwon and The Alchemist released The Forest, a song which begins with 3 lines of lyric adapted from What a Wonderful World, altered to become an invitation to get high on marijuana. The rappers and their record company, Sony Music Entertainment, were sued by the owners of What a Wonderful World, Abilene Music. The suit was thrown out of court after Judge Gerard E. Lynch determined that the altered lyric was indisputably a parody, transforming the uplifting original message to a new one with a darker nature. As of April 2014, Louis Armstrong's 1967 recording has sold 2,173,000 downloads in the US after it was released digitally. Charts and certifications, peak positions, certifications, notable versions, 20th century, 1967, Louis Armstrong, million-selling original version, 1967, Frankie Laine included the song on his album Take Me Back to Lane Country, 1968. Ian Gelbert Humperdinck included the song on his album A Man Without Love, 1988, Willie Nelson, on the album of the same name, backed by the Memphis Boys, 1989, Roy Clark covered this song on his album of the same name. his version peaked at number 73 on the Billboard Hot Country Singles Chart. 1990, Little Willie Littlefield recorded a version for his album Sing Along with Little Willie Littlefield. 1990, The Flaming Lips, on their album In a Priest-Driven Ambulance. 1992, a duet of the song by Nick Cave and Shane MacGowan was released as a single. 1993, Israel Kamakawiwo, Hawaiian ukulele version on the album Facing Future. It has sold over 2.5 million copies in the United States and Canada alone. 1999, Anne Murray on her platinum release of the same name, which also spawned a book and video. The album reached number 1 on the U.S. Contemporary Christian charts, number 4 on the U.S. Country charts, and number 38 on the Top 200. 1999, Kenny G on his album Classics in the Key of G, in which his sax solo was dubbed over Louis Armstrong's recording, 21st Century. 2001, Anne Murray included the song Yet Again, this time on the reissue her children's album There's a Hippo in My Tub. 2001, fellow Canadian Michael Bublé copyright covered this song on his independent album Barbaloo. 2002, Canadian children's musician Rafi Kavakian covered this on the album Let's Play. 2002, Johnny Maestro and the Brooklyn Bridge recorded a version for their CD Peace on Earth. 2002, Joey Ramone on his posthumous album Don't Worry About Maine. 2003, Guy Sebastian on his album Just As I Am. 2003, Tony Bennett and K.D. Lang sang duet on a selection of songs inspired by the legendary Louis Armstrong on the album Wonderful World. 2003, produced by T-Bone Burnett, which included What a Wonderful World. 2003. 2006, Celine Dion performed the song in her residency show in Las Vegas, A New Day. The performance was included in the 2004 Live album, A New Day. Live in Las Vegas. A studio version was included in the 2004 album Miracle. 2004, LaAnn Rimes covered this song on her album of the same name. 2004, Rod Stewart covered the song on his album Stardust, The Great American Songbook, Volume 3. 2005, the Meads of Asphodel covered this song on the Damascus Steel album with different lyrics. 2007, Sarah Brightman recorded the song for her 2007 album Harem. 2007, Frankie Valli recorded the song for his 2007 album Romancing the 60s album. 2007, Katie Melua, singing with Eva Cassidy's version to raise money for the Red Cross. This version reached number 1 in the UK chart in December 2007. 2008, Al Jurgensen and Ministry recorded and released 3 different versions on their All Covers album Cover Up. 2008, Caitlin Mayer performed this song on the 3rd season of America's Got Talent. 2011, Anna Grace Mann performed this song on America's Got Talent when she was 11 years old. 2011, Alison Mosshard from the Sons of Anarchy soundtrack. 2012, Esperanza Spalding performed the song at the 84th Academy Awards. Her rendition was released on iTunes compilation Celebrate the Music, the 84th Academy Awards. 2012, Pat Byrne reached number 3 in the Irish singles chart after appearing on The Voice of Ireland. 2013, Gloria Estefan covered the song on her album The Standards. 2014, One Republic covered the song on their iTunes Sessions album. 2014, Fonseca with the Sinfocubed Nika Nacional de Colombia Orchestra covered the song on the Live album Sinfocubed Nico. References. External links. How Political Is What a Wonderful World. BBC News article about history and meaning of song, What a Wonderful World lead sheet at wikifonia.org, full lyrics of this song at Metro Lyrics, Baruch and Ball's music play What a Wonderful World.